Welcome back to Food Boo Cigars podcast. And I know, before we can get going, I know you guys missed us, and we're sorry. We are sorry that we haven't been on in a couple of weeks, but we're back, and I'm back with Josh and Chris. Josh, welcome back, buddy. What's going on?
How's everybody doing today?
I mean, I'm good. I'm smiling. Happy to be back. Chris, how you doing, bud?
What's up? Happy Halloween, everybody, for the other day. And sorry we missed.
What'd you end up dressing up as?
You don't even want to know what I dressed up as. It was
I don't know, for some reason I could see you as a minion. I don't know why.
No, I wasn't a minion. I was the coolest guy in the room. I was one of the Avengers, let's just say.
Ooh. What about you, Josh? You dress up as anything?
Yeah, I was the cold man.
You were Maui? Is that what you said?
I was the cold man, aka I didn't have corona.
Oh, you were actually cold. Gotcha. Well, I dressed up as Stitch.
Sounds
I
about
saw
it.
that.
Yes, I was. The missus was Lilo, and I was Stitch. So, it's one thing walking into a bar with big ears on your head and a tail that is connected to your backside. Yeah, but it's Halloween, and that's what was enjoyable about it. I was able to let loose.
Yeah. And if it's okay, fellas, I just Halloween, just like to say happy birthday to my mother. It's my mother's birthday on Halloween. She's the good witch.
Oh.
So happy birthday, Ma. Hello, Orlando.
Happy birthday.
Hello, Sandra. We got a lot of people here.
We got a lot of people. Got a lot of people here today.
There
Happy
she is.
birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Elise,
So-
what's up?
With tonight's happy November to everybody. It's crazy that it's already November. But we are going to be discussing
Hey, you gonna grow the mustache?
actually it's no shave November.
The whole thing.
So I'm just cleanly shaven for the entire month of November. It doesn't grow. It's not growing anytime soon. But you know what, Chris? I just want to let you know. I have a full head of hair.
There you go.
It's nice.
There
So,
you go.
but tonight we're going to be doing talking about a loaded panini, and then pairing that with a blue iced potato vodka, and then finishing it off with Romeo, Julieta, cigar. So let's jump right into it, Chris. What do we got for dinner?
So for the loaded panini, it's fall. It's officially November, and even though this picture looks delicious, you can't really see it. But what we have in there is Brie. So we got melted Brie, San Daniele prosciutto, sliced pears, and the pears you would cook down with either a vodka, any type of vodka, just to bring out that. And I would add some cloves in there just to give that pear flavor. And then I make an onion jam. So it's red onions. You just cook that down very, very slowly, and then that becomes a beautiful jam. Brings out the sweetness in the onions. As you can see, this isn't any fancy Italian bread. This is traditional white. Actually, it's brioche, but it's you could do it on white bread. Toast it up nice, a little bit of butter, or if you want, you guys know the secret, use a little mayonnaise on the outside of the bread. Get that nice sear. Get that prosciutto in there. The brie melts beautiful. You could see I cheated. There's arugula in this one just because I like that little bit of the pepper flavor. And black pepper and pears actually work very, very well together. So you get a combination of building flavors throughout this whole sandwich. You called it a loaded panini. It's loaded. It's got the undisputed ham of hams, San Daniele prosciutto, and that's a good snack. What do you guys think?
Now, I got a question though. Is it a full hand, to? Because I mean, the stacks on that's crazy. Or is it a fork and knife type sandwich? What are we doing?
I mean, it depends where you're from. I mean, me personally, Josh, I mean, New York is we grab it with our hands and eat the sandwich. What's the worst that's going to happen? The Brie should catch the pear from falling out. But otherwise, the pear falls out, and you use a fork and pick it up with your hands like an animal and put it in your mouth. But Brie and pear work together. The saltiness from the prosciutto work very nice with the black pepper from the arugula.
So you got a question
vegetarian? Vegetarian equivalent to prosciutto? Absolutely not. But you know what? Next week I'm gonna do a vegetarian fat boy snack. I tell you that. All right, Shailesh, thank you for asking that. You're absolutely right. There should be a vegetarian. I don't believe it should be called vegetarian. No, it's food, right? Everybody eats vegetables. Everybody eats beans and legumes, and it shouldn't just be ever just cornered to just vegetarian. So we're gonna do a non-meat and not that beyond stuff. We're gonna do some real dish next week.
You know, I tried that stuff, that Beyond Meat, and it is beyond. It is beyond the taste of meat.
There's so many chemicals in there. They use the beet juice. If you're using beet juice to make it look like blood, think about what they're using to make it look like meat. So, you know, I never had a spinach cooked medium rare, but to each his own.
You know, I was watching Shark Tank one night, and they had this taste like chicken, taste like beef packets. Well, I bought it just to see if it actually tastes like chicken and actually tastes like meat. Yeah, it was basically sawdust in a bag that you add some water to it and say meat.
Yeah,
it was disgusting. But you know, to each their own. You know, we won't go more into that. we're going to dive into what we're drinking. And tonight we're going to be discussing the Blue Ice Potato Vodka. Fun fact, it takes 12 pounds of potatoes to make 1 liter of potato vodka. Crazy. This is coming out of Idaho. It is no carbs, 100% non-GMO. No sugar added, 64 calories per ounce, and gluten-free. This particular Blue Ice vodka scored gold medal and 98 points in the San Francisco World Spirits. Most vodkas on the market today are distilled for or filtered for at least 3 times. This is 5 times filtration. And, you know, I personally, I love this vodka. It's clean. It's refreshing. And another thing is they also have Huckleberry, like Huckleberry Finn, Huckleberry vodka. That's their flavored vodka. They also have a wheat vodka, and then their potato. Their potato is really their flagship. But great stuff. And when it comes to taste profile, it's that citrus note. It's definitely a little bit more oily than your, let's call it Tito's, because a lot of people know Tito's. But there is the one thing that this vodka does not have is a burn. There is no burn to it. And it's a refreshing vodka. I was actually told earlier that I shouldn't have put it in a Glencairn, but I don't care. It's clear and I could swirl around and you could see it.
What's the other potato? Was it Van Gogh? Right? Van Gogh or Chopin?
Chopin.
Chopin's potato. Right?
Yeah.
Now, where would you compare it on level to that for potato vodka to potato vodka?
I think Chopin has a little bit more of a burn, like an afterburn to it. Where this is citrus notes heavy, you know, and there is no, you don't feel it in the back of your neck, where if you try a Kettle One, for instance, Kettle One, you're just burning all the way through.
Sure.
This does not have that. It's just it's a heavy body, which is nice. And with what you are what we're pairing it with the panini and having all those flavors explode out of that panini. This vodka, you know, you want to put it with Sprite, you want to drink it on the rocks, you want to drink it, you know, in a cocktail. You're not going to be competing with the flavor profiles from the panini, which is great.
Are you drinking the traditional one, or do you have the huckleberry one?
I have the huckleberry with me, just to show you bottle. This is the huckleberry, and then actually on the back it says, "I'm your huckleberry." So, and this is their their huckleberry vodka, and again, it's a pretty label. This is their 1 liter.
How predominant is the flavor? Like huckleberry has a very distinct, like mild blueberry flavor,
and it's mild to the point where if you put it with lemonade, it's a nice blueberry lemonade, cocktail. It's not too overpowering, and it's just a nice balance. And you know, it's one of their old label. I always forget what it's called. The TV show with Pollo Loco. What is it? Come on. What's the TV show?
It's you, Josh.
It's going to bother me now. The Heisenberg. Where's the Heisenberg come from? Anybody in the comments can help me?
Breaking
Bad. They had a Breaking Bad addition to Blue Ice, and it was their Blue Ice Breaking Bad bottle, and they actually had the huckleberry with like a hint of blue dye, and made it their Heisenberg. So,
what's the proof on that?
The proof on this is coming in at 80 proof. Yeah, 80 proof, and this is the bottle. So again, clean label, shows you that, you know, coming from Idaho, and yeah, just really good vodka. But when they market it, it is potato vodka. You know, it's not coming from anywhere else. So that is what I got for the booze part. We're gonna dive into the cigar part. What you got, Mr. Josh?
All right, so I went with a Connecticut, obviously, just because we were going with a lighter spirit. I wanted something that not gonna overpower it too much, especially since you have that panini, which is all those that creaminess from the cheese, you know, that the little bit of saltiness from the prosciutto. Like, you know, you just don't want to overdo it too much. So with the Romeo and Julieta Reserva Rio, this is an Ecuadorian Connecticut, Dominican binders and fillers, and mixed with Nicaraguan as well. So you're still gonna get some type of spice, but not a lot. Like how you said, you got that spice coming from the greens that go really well. It's the same thing, a nice little coating of spice, but you're still gonna get a lot of nut flavor, a lot of creaminess, and then that wrapper just looks like a snack. Dude, it's just golden brown. You can't go wrong. And then like if you're gonna mix that vodka with a Sprite, can't go wrong with that either. So this is something that I like to say it's a decent Connecticut and is gonna hold up to the flavor profile of that panini, of that vodka, without it losing its way in the middle of it or overpowering everything.
You're right there, buddy.
I'm good. You know, it's funny because Romeo and Juliet was the very first cigar I've ever had. That was how I started smoking. It was Romeo and Juliet, Vegas, 1999, 2000. And again, the thing that stuck with me for all these years is they cut it, and it was cut the right way. So that's why that cigar, you know, was enjoyed so much more, was because it was properly cut, opposed to I could buy the same one and I cut it the wrong way and it's a completely different cigar.
Yep.
So even though it's a Connecticut and it's got that little bit of black spice, if it's not done properly, just like the sandwich, just like Idaho, I mean the potato man with the vodka. If it's not done right, it's not gonna be the proper product.
Yep.
So, I mean,
And on your topic here about having it for the first time, Romeo and Juliet, and I always bring my grandfather into it. Somebody I think fell off their chair just a minute ago, but that's what he is a huge Romeo and Juliet fan, and that's what he introduced me to. And the Reserva in particular is one of my favorites. It's just it doesn't matter what you pair it with. It is a great stick for pretty much all occasions. I really think so. And Romeo and Juliet continues to, over all the years that they've been doing it, continues to have great quality product.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and readily available, found everywhere, right? Not highly allocated. And I think that's what actually we did tonight without even thinking about it. Stuff that's available everywhere and middle of the road, nothing too, high and fancy. Like I said, I use white bread, right? Brie. You can find Brie in anywhere, right? Costco.
I'm gonna pull it back up because that is a loaded panini.
Once you get that melting on top of the prosciutto with some pears, I mean, it sounds like, oh, look at what they got, this panini and the potato vodka and this Romeo and Juliet cigar. But really, when you think about it, it's just common items that are all middle of the road that once you put everything together, you're having a good night.
It's good stuff. It's a loaded, what is it? A loaded panini potato cigar.
There you go. Right? I mean, you get some pears and potatoes.
It's a hearty meal, to say the least.
There you go.
So, but getting back into the swing of things. I know for next week we'll definitely bring out a vegetarian dish for all of our vegetarians out there, and then any suggestions on booze. I think this actually might have been our first vodka. It's not normal that we do vodka, or it hasn't really been a topic that we've ever discussed. But if there's any suggestions out there for us to try, always open to try something new, and cigars as well. I know Josh probably has every cigar that is made, but he's always looking for a new one to try as well.
Josh, what was that alcohol I suggested the other day, last week?
I hope it's not Fireball.
No, wait, listen. If it comes down to Fireball, we all know that's the bloodline of Buffalo Trace. Let's let that go. Chris was correct.
Correct.
It was that some people call it Cristal, but it's the Spanish version of Cristal.
Aguardiente.
I'm just waiting to hear a review on that. I've never heard anyone do a review on that.
You know what? For you, Chris, I'll do a review. I'll do a review for you.
Chris is trying to start some World War IV, 5, 6, and 7.
Yes, yes, he is. You know what? Soon he's going to say, you know what, Jordan, I want you to do a review on Grand Marnier. And so, you know what? Let's do a review on Aperol while we're at it.
Nah, let's just go to tequila. Let's get a tequila from Mexico with a worm inside of it. And cut everything loose.
And then the last thing he's going to end up with is, let's do Malort. Everybody loves Malort.
Oh,
White Claws. We'll do a whole episode on White Claw.
We're doing the White Claws again?
Yeah, gotta do some White Claws. Holidays are coming.
Nobody says holiday and White Claw in the same sentence.
White Claw and holiday.
Yeah, have yourself a White Christmas and a claw and a White Claw.
No.
Oh. No.
Can you just throw up the picture that of the cigar again? Because I don't know if you noticed, but Josh's his hand, he got the tattoos removed while we were gone last week. As the tattoos were removed, I figured that I just should let everybody know that I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So
it says Spider-Man, but I see Ladybug.
I see a lady.
See a ladybug.
I see a ladybug. Where's my fly swatter?
So Jordan had asked for this for last week. I was supposed to put it on for the Halloween episode due to So circumstances. So I will not disappoint and make sure
We're losing viewers.
that's it.
Uh-oh.
Well, I guess that means it's about 20 minutes in.
Yep. I want everybody to have a great day. Josh, you have any last words?
No, let Bugs be over here close it out.
Yeah, all right, Chris, Spider-Man, or Ladybug, what do you got?
With power comes responsibility. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
All right, everyone, have a good one.